Patch 0.3.11 and how it affects combat with the new summoning changes. So we have this that you don't throw the pal out anymore. It summons next to you. So I'm just gonna do the hard mode Moonflower Tower, Cyan Selyne, with some different builds to see how these changes affect combat. And I wasn't gonna use the full legendary kit, because that seems a little excessive. Most people probably don't have full legendary multi-guided and armor, so I'll be using this just to see how it affects combat. I'll be using the normal food buffs, because there's no real reason you wouldn't have this. So that's carbonara for the defense buff for Chillet, and some cheeseburger for myself, and then 3 multi-guided. I don't think I will be using the grappling gun to dodge. I'm just gonna show that now. Before, I used to dodge stuff like the comets by grappling to quickly withdraw Chillet. But now with the summoning, yeah, this is the issue. The summoning change is a little bit bugged. So it's not great for sending out pals and stuff. But what you want to do is set it to command don't attack. That doesn't start any sort of animation. Make sure you've reloaded your weapons. And we're gonna see just how much this change affects stuff. And everything should be ready. It's repaired. Good. I'm joining the fight. So usually you want to start by just nuking down the samurai dudes real quick. Starting with that guy. Okay, getting a lot of lag. Is it better? Maybe. Okay, fine. So just wait for that attack and then mount Chillet, and then you start the regular fight when the sword people are down. You can use the sprint when you're not being attacked. So you sort of shoot, start sprinting to dodge an attack, stop sprinting, just to make sure you don't run out of stamina. So all in all, this tactic hasn't been changed much now with the summoning change. It's still the same tactic, just less grapple dodging. So really, this is probably the best way now to do these tower bosses. Still the Gobfin build, like, because you don't have to withdraw dodge so much. I'll just keep going and see how the fight plays out. If I feel like the grapple nerf is a big nerf or not. So the reason I have 3 guided rocket launchers instead of or 3 multi-guided rocket or missile launchers even. Just keep running, and you can outrange that skill. So you can get some free shots if you're far enough away. But you really don't want to stand still. Just keep running counterclockwise. You can stand still sometimes, but it's best to just keep moving. But this is when you want the 3 missile launchers to just quickly nuke these pals down without having to reload too much. And try to aim for the small pals to just get them down, and then keep sprinting. So otherwise you could use like any mix of weapons, but just having those 3 multi-guided missile launchers helps you nuke down those ads, or however you're gonna call them, the little clones. And after that, it's just kind of smooth sailing from here on out. And just keep running counterclockwise and using these missiles. So overall, this tactic hasn't changed too much, except for now when I accidentally. So that's when Chillet dies. When I accidentally, but that's more on me than it is on the Chillet. I said smooth sailing, and then I immediately killed Chillet. That's I accidentally pressed an attack. That's also why I turned that attack off. The command don't attack. Let's see if I can survive anyway. Really now, if you are low on health and low on shields, you just want to grapple dodge around until your shields start replenishing, is probably the right word for it. Just grapple dodge. Now I have some shields, now I can play aggressive again. And she's using the beam attack, so you can just stand far away. So then I'm gonna show the PAL skill builds. This would have been a little smoother if I didn't accidentally kill my Chillet. You can jump to dodge that. Dark Cannon is not really so easy to dodge. Sometimes she uses it twice. Good work, Gobfin. So that's the Gobfin and Chillet build. Legend, Runner, Swift, Vanguard. And then just Vanguard and Stronghold on the Gobfins. So I'm gonna move on to the next build. Alright, so the second build I'm gonna be showing is the Invincible build, the Felbat build with Vanguard, and then the damage passive Serenity, Legend, and Musclehead. And then these are the recommended skills for hard mode Saya. You would probably switch Airblade for Holy Burst if you're fighting Victor, then Curtain Splash for Phalaris, stuff like that. But it isn't super important. What's important is just the 4 stars for Felbat. So now it's the first real PAL test. And then you still have the Gobfins, because it's all about the health steal that you get. So we still have these multi-guided, still the 3 attack pendants, and attack food for me, and then defense for the Felbat. And we'll see what happens now with using Felbat instead. So it's still the same thing. Clear out the samurais. Hopefully I don't get massive lag just at the start of the fight. Okay, and now we'll see how Felbat does. So really, as long as you're doing more damage than the Felbat is doing, you should be fine. Alright, I forgot to set it to attack. Now it should be fine. I'm gonna withdraw it since that is super effective, and I messed up the start a little bit from the Chillet fight. You can just outpace this, reload while you're going. Let's see if we can summon Felbat behind a pillar or something. Dodge with a jump. And as long as you're dealing more damage than your Felbat is doing, you should be fine. Just life stealing. So now it's not as important to have your shields. You will just be life stealing the whole fight through. And this is also why it's not super important what kind of skills you have on the Felbat, like the passive skills and stuff like that, because it's mostly about you doing the damage, not the Felbat. Diamond Rain, you can just kind of move around a little bit. Blast Cannon is a bit more difficult to deal with. Usually I like to stand behind a pillar for that one. Felbat seems to be doing fine, just still healing. So also not hugely affected by the patch. Here you kind of want to run to the right. I don't know why, running right just feels like it dodges easier than running left against this boss. Switch to a grapple to sort of get away from these rings, the comet strikes. Star Mine, not a huge issue, you just kind of move out of it. And now her health is getting pretty low, so you want to reload all those missile launchers. So you have at least a couple of missiles ready to just nuke down the ads or the clones. And now I think all 3 are ready, yeah. So just get her below that health threshold when she spawns the clones. Maybe make sure you have your shields regenerating, which mine are doing now. And then you kind of try to nuke these clones as fast as you can. They can be a little bit overwhelming to deal with at the start. We'll see how Felbat is doing. Felbat is still full health. Looks like it's doing fine. And again, run right. So the clones are dead. I'm not gonna say smooth sailing again, because that's when I cursed my Chillet. But it should be easier now that the clones are dead. And we're getting some lifesteal from the missiles. Saya seems to be stuck behind the pillar. Great time to reload. Felbat's still full health. Because he's not doing so much damage. So she tends to focus on the player instead. Gonna get her out of there because this feels a little bit like cheating. Just grapple away from the rings again. And then use the missiles to heal. So far the Chillet build has been fine. The Felbat build has also been fine. He seems to be doing well on his own. No withdraw dodging needed. So next up is the Knocklem build, which used to be the best build. I preferred it over the Gobfin and Chillet build. So Invincible build, also super good, but this build also scales a lot with which kind of weapon you have. Like the better weapons you have, the more your life stealing. So it's more of a super late game build. It's gonna get more and more powerful as the player gets stronger. Now it's time for the next build. Okay, so the next build is the Knocklem build. This is my favorite build, like pre version 11, or whatever you call this patch. The 2 Knocklems and 3 Dumumds for the boost. So you have the passive skills and then the pals that boost ground pals. These still Vanguard, Stronghold. And then you have the Knocklems themselves. Serenity, Impatient, Legend, Musclehead. You could probably have pretty good results with stacking attack power as well, together with the active skill. So the reason this was what I felt like the strongest skill was that the pals would attack at the same time as you're attacking with your weapons. And they're doing very good damage because their attack is going to reach 5,000 something once you activate the partner skill. And it's going to have triple defense. So it's also tanky. You don't have to withdraw dodge as much. It can tank quite a few hits, leaving you free to just use those multi-guided missile launchers to their full extent. And why I like it more than stuff like Chillet is it's just easier to dodge on foot. Like doing these dodges, to me, it's just easier than using Chillet to dodge stuff. You could use 3 Gobfins here, I guess. Not really something I've experimented too much with. But now we're gonna go in and see Beam Slicer, Blast Cannon, Airblade with these skills and see how this build works out now with the new summoning thing. We'll see how it goes. It doesn't look super promising. So instead of Carbonara, it's now food buff with attack power for the pals and myself. Make sure everything is reloaded. And that should be good to go. Same thing as the other 2 times. I'm gonna start with just trying to kill those samurais as quickly as possible, while not getting hit by everything that Saya has. Okay, so Knocklem, you're up. So far so good. It's above ground. It's tanking attacks for me without dying, which is very promising. It's staring at the pillar. Okay, dodge right. So far so good with Knocklem as well. I usually withdraw it against Holy Burst, like now. And now I'm switching Knocklem. Okay, he's in the floor. It activated Steel Guardian. Let's see how it plays out when it's stuck. So it's Holy Burst and Earblade that I usually still withdraw. It's kind of like trying to walk around. Is the skills are still hitting. This is probably just a bug. I'm hoping they're gonna fix this one. Like even if they want the pals to summon right next to you, and now it's out, dodge the Earblade. And then I'm kind of reluctant to send out the next one. Okay, I messed up that dodge. I'm kind of reluctant to send out the next Knocklem until it is ready to use Steel Guardian mode. So now it's ready. But it's stuck in the floor. So I really don't want to withdraw this pal. Because of the Steel Guardian mode. We'll see how it does. If it can fight from being in the floor there. Maybe that's something you'll have to keep in mind until... Okay, I messed up the grapple there. That's my bad. Let's see how he does. He's tanking pretty well. It's working decently still. Not ideal. I'll probably try to send the other one out in the middle of the room. And we'll see if we can get it done. Okay, it's above ground. That's nice. Star Mine. I probably should withdraw it. It seems like it's doing fine. I'm gonna start reloading all the multi-missile launchers before the clones spawn. Get out of the ice. They all look reloaded. Okay, I didn't check. Okay, here's the clones. 2 air blades. That seems unfair. None of my missiles really hit them. How's Knocklem doing? Can't really see right now. I think I might have to withdraw Knocklem real quick. Are you gonna activate? Nice. The Knocklem build still seems fine. I mean, it's getting stuck in the ground, which isn't great, but that's probably just a bug. It has nothing to do with the changes. Like, I mean, it's related to changes for sure, but this is not intended, so for now it is what it is. I'm not gonna say smooth sailing again. This is smooth sailing from here on out. I'm sure of it. Can't die now. Never died. Yep. So I have another video on how to dodge all her skills, if that's something you're interested in. If you haven't watched that, it's I mean, it's somewhere. I have way too many videos, really. Somewhere there's a hard mode Selyne guide in the mix. Hopefully you learn a little from this video if you haven't seen that. Yeah, that's good, Knocklem. Come over here. Oh, he's trying. He's trying. So, time for the next build. We'll see what it is. Okay, so the last build, a PAL focus damage build. My favorite PAL, my Holy Ignis, Alpha PAL. Lots and lots of attack. Same skills. Same thing as Knocklem, but it's not going to get the defense bonus that Knocklem has from its partner skill. This is why it's my favorite PAL. Look at it. How can that not be your favorite PAL? It's huge. But it isn't great against Sai and Selyne because of Starmine, Airblade, Holy Burst, stuff like that. Just absolutely shreds it. So we'll give some food buff. Got full ammo. Reload is ready. Then we jump in. And again, we start by nuking down the Saya Simps. Just kill them real quick. The one behind you is good to go for first. And since you don't have... What is she using? Okay, that's fine. Since you don't have... That's not fine. Since you don't have Gobfin, you're gonna need maybe 2 shots to kill the Simps from the missile launcher. Okay, so that should be fine. Now we summon... Okay, so he's halfway through the floor. Still seems fine. He's looking at him though. Is that fine? Will he get hit? Okay. So this is... Okay, but they both missed each other. That seems fair. I'm gonna try to re-summon him a little bit more in the middle. So I guess what you need to focus on now is to not summon the pal during an attack. Like summon just after an attack. Then I guess I have to move away a bit. What attack did she use? I couldn't really see what she did. It's mostly Airblade, Star Mine and Holy Burst that I need to withdraw. Is that doing lots of damage? I guess. He's on half HP left on the Ignis. But now she should be focusing me. What is this skill? Okay. At least I'm not on fire. Not going too well for me. Ignis is doing fine. I'm the one messing up. Ice shouldn't be too much of a problem for it. Star Mine on me, that's fine. Roll forward during Airblade if you're unsure if you can step between the blades. And then you can sprint during this. So Ignis seems to be doing fine, even if he's stuck in the floor. And then the quad missile launcher is doing its thing. Bending around corners. He should be able to tank that. Okay, maybe that's... I guess I want him to have more health for when the little clones spawn, the ads. Which should be pretty soon. So I'm gonna try to get my shields up, make sure everything is reloaded. And then try and get Ignis out of there. Hopefully I don't get hit right now. I did get hit right now. This is the part of the fight where you really want to max your shields. You can use the pillar to just kind of get her to chase you. Wait those, I don't know if it's 30 or 40 seconds or something to get your shields up. Just before she spawns her little clones. So my shields are regening. Gonna move away again. This isn't great though. Okay, now maybe that's fine. Perfect. Okay, Ignis, you're up. You're not up. Did he die? No, he's fine. Step away from the pillar and the clones are here. This isn't great. Okay, Ignis, you're up. Let's see what you can do now against the clones. That's a lot of damage. Is Ignis alive? I feel like I need to withdraw him now. One clone is down. What are you trying to use? Comet Strike and an Airblade. Maybe we can... Is Ignis dead? Yeah, Ignis is dead. So overall, the change to summoning pals right next to you, I feel like it's making it a lot harder to use pal focused builds efficiently. Like it didn't affect the Chillet build too much. The Felbat build with Gobfins is still great. The Knocklem build still works pretty well. But it was a lot of hassle to keep this Ignis alive for this fight. We'll see if I can survive this anyway. Maybe. Like, it made it a little bit harder. A lot harder, actually. Like, before you could throw the Jormuntide Ignis on the opposite side, withdraw dodge a bit more efficiently. So overall, I feel like this is a nerf to withdraw dodging as a concept. So, like, builds that you don't need to withdraw dodge as much are still good. While these sort of, like, Jormuntide Ignis is the worst offender for withdraw dodging. It needs it the most, probably, out of the good pals. Especially the alpha version that just dies to anything. So maybe it's not a super fair comparison. Just gonna see if I can finish her off now, because this is fun. The point of the video is over. There won't be another party after this. This is just me seeing if I can still win the fight. I'm running kinda low on ammo though. And my weapon broke. Let's see if it still works out. That's why you have 3. I do also have an assault rifle with me, I think. So then I can discuss the loss of the crosshair, I think. How that affects this. So normally, with the quad launcher, you don't need to aim down sight. You can just shoot wildly like this. It's fine. Because usually I'm dodging like this, just running sideways. And when you aim down sight, you slow down. So not being able to aim while just running is a nerf to, like, attacks, I guess. Just play your focused builds. But not the quad launcher. The quad launcher is still king. And I dodge this. That didn't hit. And neither did she, so it's all fair. I don't like it when she uses Dark Cannon. It's cheating. But yeah, so if you're, let's say, not using the quad launcher, if you're using... I'm gonna see if I can change to that without just dying. So I have the assault rifle with me. Let's say you're using the assault rifle. It's a bit harder to hit the headshots and stuff now when you're trying to run sideways than if you're... Whoops. Like, if you're aiming down sight, it's a lot easier. But then you're also a lot slower. So it's a little bit of a nerf to everything that isn't the quad launcher. So overall, it seems like this patch is a nerf to PAL-based builds. Except for the Knocklem build, which is because it just has such a good defense stat that you don't need to withdraw dodge. But Holy Ignis got maybe it's something that you can work on, like a playstyle and a tactic with how you send out your PAL. Doing it just after Saya or whatever boss you're fighting uses an attack. Sending it out just after and then getting away from your PAL. But then as soon as the boss looks at your PAL again, you need to withdraw dodge. It's gonna take more time, I guess. It's not a complete loss, but feels a little bit weird. So those were the 4 builds I wanted to show for this video. Not much else to say that I probably didn't say in the videos. You could probably work out what kind of build you like to use now. This was the Chillet build or the element swap build, the saddle build, the Knocklem build, the Felbat build, and the PAL focus damage builds. So for now, thanks for watching.